we sure do like opening stuff. We like getting loot, huh, Ma?
Lots of loot.
Lots of loot. We got cool loot. Mom got this real fancy new sweater.
Oh, I love your smile.
It's your smile. It's just on my face. Oh. There's Lunatickle, and there's Tuck.
They're sleeping. They're all asleep.
Benny back over there, too. He chilling. Benny said, Marge, don't be rude to me. We haven't done a talk in a while. I feel like it's been like... It's been days. Yeah. I've been trying to process stuff. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Path. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. The last time oh, you want the fan on, sweet girl? Excuse me. You need that prettiness?
Oh, yeah.
You in the mood?
Yeah.
You in the moody girl?
He loves to give you...
Oh, you're so pretty and smart and funny. You're all of those things.
He likes to give a smile.
If a dog could be the whole package, it would be Lunatickle.
Lunatickle.
Come on, pretty. So I did that talk. I uploaded that video of me exchanging words with the deputy Gonzales. Gonzalez. And there's been new developments. After I uploaded the video, I sent it to Taos News. And I looked up the Taos County Sheriff, and it says to contact his sheriff, email him here. So I sent the video to him too.
Oh.
And then 2 other channels. This is funny. This is like I kind of take things as they transpire. I really try to take things with a grain of salt. Most stuff I just, okay, it's cool, just let stuff go. And then as we can see, if people saw my video, there's just stuff that I won't let go of. And a man with a firearm, because I don't respect the authority that they think that they have. And so all I see is a man with a gun, and he's trying to get in my car, and I'm not okay with that. And so, and he knew that he made mistakes. So after I sent the video to the newspaper and his boss, I started looking him up. And homeboy got arrested back in April for a domestic dispute. The guy's done. He's done. It's men like him. They're the ones that should not have guns. See, I don't carry a firearm because I don't want to ever shoot anybody. Because I am riddled with exhaustion from trying to repel guilt from being a part of Operation Iraqi bullshit in shock and awe. When it began, they killed freaking so many people when they kicked it off. And so I made a decision after I made that oath to defend my country. It's all lies. It's all bullshit. Please, I appreciate all the very kind comments in my video. I would like to ask people to not thank me for my service, because my service was a lie. And the real domestic terrorists, a lot of them, have really fancy name badges and name tags, and we gotta pay our taxes pay for them to drive around so they can fucking pick on whoever they feel like. Whatever their anger issue is, you know, they find people and then latch onto them, whether it's a demographic, it's, you know, who knows what drives people to motivate people to pick on people, to be bullies and stuff. So, between those 2 channels, where is it? Let me see if I can find it here. Where is it? What are the channels? That's the views. Between Dying to Live and then that other channel, where is it? It's in the comments, a lot of them. community, the AFA, which is Accountability for All, between those two channels that shared my video, that video that I uploaded that only got 2.3 thousand on my own channel. And I only got that because these people saw it from other channels. Like other people shared my video and then it got over 100,000 views. And then they came over to see me, and I got a lot of really cool validation that I gotta be honest. Because honesty is oh so important. Not used to it. I'm used to being ridiculed. I'm used to being taught. I used to being belittled. I'm used to, being ignored a lot. I'm not used to validation, and for that I am grateful. And I had earlier this afternoon, I had a conversation with the nice young gal that she's a reporter for Taos News. Oh, wow. And so whoever I sent that video to Taos News, it got to her. And so we had a nice 30-minute conversation about what transpired that day. And so, that's just more validation, because I was always the one that, I don't want, they just said, don't rock the boat, go along to get along. And I did that for a real long time. And what I learned that is that the wrong people get protected. And and I ain't doing that. And I'm not going to be a part of it. Earth has become a very unsafe place for all sorts of reasons. I'm gonna do my part, to talk about, safety first. Whatever the situation is. And it's getting hard out there because people have grandiose ideas of, they have inferiority complexes with ideas of grandeur and just like all this weird psychology. And basically, bottom line is people don't have emotional control. And they're going around, they're doing whatever they want. And see, the way I go by universal law, like what you put out, you get back kind of thing. And I was always taught that when you're angry, you do not put your hands on another person. Because I've had too many examples where I touch stuff when I break or when I get angry and shit breaks. And I don't want to be the reason why another person or another living creature, any harm has come to them, because I've had men, I ain't no other woman try to beat on me, just men that are bigger than me, there's all these different storylines going around, with like what people want to be, they're trying to become something else, whether it's through surgery or, it's just easier to transform yourself in natural ways. I know that we're just spiritual beings having human experiences, and people are trying to figure out what they are. Here's some rules of thumb that I've gone by that have made things a lot easier for me. And that is, you don't put your hands on anybody. We're autonomous beings, and you don't get to touch another human being unless you have permission. And then based on that, think about all the entities that wouldn't have to exist if people just went by these basic concepts and laws. Like, you don't touch people. And I'm a touchy, I'm affectionate person. I'm always petting the dogs, massaging. It's just, I have more than one love language, and so I always have to be cognizant. You don't get to just touch people. So I ask permission. That's good. Can I give you a hug? I'll reach my hand out. That's if they accept my handshake, that is permission. If I'm asking, a lot of times people do fist bump because of that, that shift on planet Earth, that COVID shit. So yeah, things are really changing for old Marge. And I talked to a cousin of mine we've never met. She lives in Oklahoma, about 25 miles from Texas. I'm like, I don't know. But she offered, like, for what I want to do, to have a place for travelers and animal rescue and stuff like that. She has, like, she doesn't have very. She used to show horses.
Horses. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so she has a couple horses left and a bunch of cats, and she wants. She doesn't have anybody that she's close to that she cares to trust to take care of her critters. She knows. She knows that I'm good at taking care of stuff. So we just talk about it, but because I want to, maybe I could start one of my travel centers here and then do one in Oklahoma too, and just like have different places where people can come and take care of might do laundry, cook a good meal, work at a garden. help walk some dogs in kennels and stuff like that. I mean, there's just going to be so many things that people can do. People want to contribute to their environments. They just don't want to go through the burrow brats. See, that's the thing is people are figuring out that for go down the list. People need to go down and look at their own stuff. But the other day, I went down. Where is this screenshot? Is that I took a screenshot. Did I get a screenshot or was I just... Oh, yeah. Here's the article where the guy got in trouble. Alfred Gonzalez, this is back in April. Alfred Gonzalez, a deputy with the Taos County Sheriff's Office, was arrested Sunday, April 20th on charges of battery upon a household member and interfering with communications, both misdemeanor and felonies.
Wow.
Taos County Sheriff Steve Miera, I think that's the dude I sent the video to, said the deputy had been placed on administrative leave. They always still get paid, fuckers. Like, he shouldn't be getting a paycheck for being a douche, Like, they know the law. They don't care. They're above the law. That's how so many of them act. It's all a club. And if you look at them sideways or step out of line, you're just going to have to fall into their own sentencing. That's what they think, and I'm here to tell them that they think wrong. An internal investigation is pending. According to the court documents, Gonzalez got into a dispute with a significant other after scolding her son for purposefully dropping eggs on the ground. What a dick. Gonzalez told officers that his partner began throwing the eggs at his vehicle. While attempting to stop her, he told the investigator the couple fell to the ground. He said his partner then called the police and claimed that he took her phone to see if she was telling the truth. He then said he gave the phone back to her and awaited for officers to arrive. So when officers interviewed Gonzalez's partner, she said he had been yelling at her child after he accidentally dropped some eggs. And when she said she told Gonzalez not to speak to her son in that way, she claimed Gonzalez then wrapped his arms around her and slammed me to the ground. Wow. He also told police that Gonzalez grabbed her phone as she was on the ground. And then I have Audrey Stars covering up those words. Let's see, Gonzalez got something. Calling 911 and she completed the call when she regained the device. Her son told officers that Gonzalez tackled his mother. Gonzalez was arraigned Monday, April 22nd in Taos Magistrate Court. In January, Taos County Sheriff Deputy Joey Graves was also placed on paid administrative leave and went under investigation with the office after being charged in a separate domestic. See, these guys, you have no freaking idea because you got problems and you got issues and you need to sort those things out. Because those are the men that are a harm to the community because they got their own storyline going on. And I told that lady, I told her, I said, I saw that look in that eye. And it was the same look that I've seen every man of all ages, including my brother, they all have it right before they grab me. Or they hit me, or they grab me and throw me, or try to, that is why I'm tough as nails, because I had to learn how to defend myself since I was a little girl. That's when it started, because the predators, they're grown men that like to pick on girls and things that are smaller than them. I don't play. he picked on the wrong woman. And I will have his badge. I will have his badge. It's Christmas. It's hard to try to find attorneys. I already made the decision. I'm going to have a report filed against him. The thing is I am not going into the lion's den by myself to make the report, because their whole system is dirty. See, and they all are corrupt in my mind, because if they know that's who they have and they're allowed to continue, they're trying to contain the cancer, and they can't. So I'm going to have that guy's badge. And then I want to make sure that all police, firemen, all people that get paid by any kind of grant, any kind, like where you're just sitting around waiting to help people. While you're sitting around, you're going to have all kinds of training. So many briefings where you're going to listen to all kinds of people talk about their sensitivities. They're all going to have sensitivity training. So, NewsFlash. Marge is going to be in the paper. It's going to be cool. I'm pretty excited. Yeah. So, it's just real hard. Hi, New Mexico citizen. It's just real hard. I've left messages on your channel because I saw what you did. And I have videos. See, they don't like me because on my community channel, like there's this one cherub, he's a slothful foe that he just he's a total D-bag too. And like the day on my birthday, April 9th, I went in to find paperwork because my landlord threatened to throw us out, and I was trying to find out what legal, what can I do? I mean, I'm not an idiot, but what can they... See, the systems are designed to exist to close themselves off from actually helping the people that they're supposed to help. Like, they're talking about how they're closing all these Social Security field offices and stuff. I'm like, when have they ever been open? They're talking about shutting down the federal... Shut it down! It's not doing what it's supposed to do anyway. I got to share so many cool things with the lady today. I say, you want to know why so many people, so many veterans and non-veterans and just people are freaking just killing themselves? Because they look around and they just can't believe that this is what fucking America had turned into. Like, I haven't been able... I lived in Omaha and I was in IT. And there's places in Omaha at the time back then that were like, a lot of headquarters were in Omaha because the people that ran the companies wanted to live there. And then they decided they didn't want to live in Omaha anymore, so they moved to Chicago, and then a lot of, they all transitioned to Chicago. And then they went where the tax breaks were too. But there's, I intentionally didn't want to work at PayPal because I didn't want to deal with the muskrat. When I was looking to move to California, Oregon, my brother's like, oh, you can go to Nevada, go work for Tesla. I'm like, I don't want to work for the muskrat. Like, how is that guy, and I remember the criteria of what you need to be in government, and it seems like all that's bypassed now. Like, how does this freaking entitled freaking nitwit that's the son of a freaking kid doer from South Africa end up getting to freaking rub elbows with it's all, and then it's like, Marge, it's all theatrics, and then I get so worked up, and I know it's all, everybody has a role to play. They're all playing a role. And think about how many, I was looking up cities because somebody recently said Austin was the 12th largest city in the United States. So I went through it and I looked up the 20th largest cities in the United States. And the math don't math. I've always questioned the number of the population of people on the planet. I don't know what the Earth is. I haven't been provided enough information to be deduced. Like, I think it's all of them. I think the more people believe what the Earth is, it morphs the Earth to that thing. So when, the flat, the flat versus globe, like, it just makes the Earth go, aliens, demons, what are people seeing in the sky? I'm seeing the inside of my eyelids because it's nighttime and it's cold out and I'm not fucking going out there. It's none of my business. If freaking some alien from some different dimension has something to say with me, they're going to have to come inside my living room. The world on a multi-universe, all things possible universe. It's whatever, and there's a lot of people that grew up watching Godfather and stuff like that. They got these weird might is right ideas, and it just perpetuates the storyline from, like, the Romans and the Crusades, and just kill them, and it's fun, and get drunk and butt stuff, and all that stupid shit. That's not how most people want to live. But a few people do, and they just manage to get the good seats, because in all these big cities, there's only so many positions of authority, and they're already designed and designated to go to specific people that have been, related to all these other people, and that's one of the things. And that's one thing that's funny about my story about ending up in Taos, and I also told the reporter this. I said, because she's only been here a few months. She's not born and raised either. She come from other places. And it's funny because, like, I said at the end of the conversation, I said, I'm going to let you go because I'll just keep talking. That's just what I do. I'm a talker. I said, can I ask you what, like, when your birthday is, like, what your sun sign is? Because some people don't want to tell their birthday. And she said, I'm a Scorpio. I said, ha! I'm a Scorpio moon. That's right. I said, because, like, some energies only like attracts like, and, like, people that don't have certain energies, they don't even see other people with certain energies, and then there's worlds collide. And then she's like, I said, I'm an Aries sun. I said, I'm Scorpio moon, Aries sun. And she said, ha, my moon is Aries. And I was like, shut up. That's funny. And then I'm a Cancer rising, and hers is Gemini, so they're right next to each other. So that was real close. But I was just like, that's so funny. Yeah, that's so, because people, we ended up here 1,400 miles. We started out in Salem, Oregon, and we left Salem 4 years ago. Like, now, it's been 4 years, so we left Salem, Oregon. We were going to Flagstaff, Arizona. And then God said, no, this is just a pit stop of hell for like 11 weeks where I had to learn restraint and things like that. And then we ended up here in Taos only to find out, after mom, knowing her whole life, mom was adopted. And then we find out that she was born in Cuesta, which is like 20 miles. Like, mom was born here but not allowed to be raised because she was the youngest of 13 and had deformed feet. So they just put her in an orphanage and let her become somebody else's problem. And so she spent the first 3 years of her life in an orphanage. And then everybody wanted me to put her in a home. I'm like, you people are crazy. The woman started out in an institution. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure she never goes back into an institution because of nepotism and advantage. My father had her put in a Atascadero State mental hospitals. I mean, none of this is lawful. People with power do what they want, and they bog up the system by holding up people that they have resentments toward instead of going after the real criminals. So that's why New Mexico's the last place state. I just, I told my friend Mr. Iski today, I talked to him today, I haven't talked to him a couple months. I said, I want to start a farm here, Mr. Iskey. And I can use his advice. I always said, like, how, you know, like when growing this, and his answer is, Marge, whenever you want to go grow anything, put a seed in the ground and water it. That's like his party advice. And so, I said I want to be able to help people and support people on their journey, you know, because it's not my call to go out and travel the world and preach like that, you know. I'm called to be a stay-at-home daughter. I have all these ideas, and to support my help support the ranch and income and stuff like that. Like, I sell my t-shirts and my stickers. These are my stickers. I sell t-shirts. They're embroidered. It says straight people like rainbows too, and I'm autistic. So when I was 9 years old, I drew this picture on a piece of paper on the kitchen table. And so, here's the picture. I took a picture because it was so funny. The lady said, the girl sends me a message, the reporter lady, and she said, and she asked for a time that'd be okay to talk, if I was willing to talk about the deputy, the video, and I said, yeah, and so a little while later, I said, I understand this is an unorthodox. I said, when I feel like people should get an idea who I am, I send them a copy of my resume. Because these are all the things that I did in order to take care of Mom, and now they're all the things that I don't do in order to take care of Mom. So you know, and she was like stoked because she usually likes to get a little background of people, so I was being proactive. Let's see, where's the picture I sent? These are the t-shirts, and they sell them in Taos Canyon Cannabis is where they sell my t-shirts. I want to see them in more places. I'm really trying to. They're on black. They're real nice. They're $40, and then that'll help, you know, buy maintenance or whatever. And those are the white ones. And then I want to have a rage room, and then that would solve the problem. And then people around town, because a lot of people just hang out at grandma's house and play video games. There's a lot of work at home people, so there's a lot of people, like, you know, and TVs don't make, so just bring them over to Marge's, you know. Like, I want to be a solution for a lot of people's problems. When pets are lost, take them over to Marge's, you know. Cats are lost. And then I want to have feeding stations, you know, for all the colonies that are around town that other people can participate in too. You know, like, spread stuff out instead of having centralized, you know. And I got an idea for an app that people can go out and freaking, like, use a weed whack that they can check out from the county or city or whoever, you know. Go out and then get paid $14-15 an hour to do, like, you know, like pick up trash, $15 an hour. You know, and just all using GIS software and before and after, and, you know. Because a lot of people want to work, they just don't, they can't break through the people that are deciding who gets the jobs. And I know there's plenty of people out there that are like, are freaking cool with putting on some headphones and freaking weed whacking for a couple hours, you know, and cleaning up their community. I mean, there's so many things that we can do to freaking make life easier for more people on Earth. And my travel center, you know, it's gonna have like a place where, you know, like, because there's gonna only be more people living van life, because more and more people are being priced out of Corp USA. So we got to give people alternatives and places to go, you know. Not a lot of people can afford these, because maintenance isn't that hard. We're trying to find mechanics that are willing to do it, or is hard. And so that's why they can pretty much name the price of whatever. So a lot of these people are really gouging people that can't afford to be gouged, you know. There's always the predator and the prey. And so you got a lot of like older women in their 50s, 60s, 70s that are living, you know. They're in New Mexico, you know, and they break down, take it to Marge, and, you know, there's always someone around there. And we'll help you teach you how to, I want to help teach people how to do more things for themselves so they can rely less on other people. That's what I had to learn how to do, and I'm autistic as fuck, so if I can do it, then I know that anybody can. You know, because that's how the meek are inheriting the earth, is because everybody's all fucking sensitive, and people are putting themselves in boxes and bubbles because they don't want to deal with because their endocrine system just goes and people don't like living like that. I didn't know when I started hitting record on that video, I didn't know where it was gonna go. I just had to deal with this experience as this experience was happening and not use, like, every bad experience I've had with every cop I've ever had. Or every bully. Like, I was like, okay, Marge, we'll see if your spiritual practice is working or if you're just another, you know, phony piece of shit out there. And I don't like... I put a lot of energy and effort in not getting upset. I don't like yelling. I grew up in freaking traumatic experiences, just too many to count, and I don't like it. And by the grace of God, God put people there. I'm a non-denominational pastor. That means I got online so I can marry people, I can commit unions and things like that. I'm trying to read the Bible. I'm having a hard time. I listen to a lot of other people's interpretation because I've always been looking for truths. So to me, I just want, since there's a lot, I want people to understand when I say God, I'm thinking in terms of good orderly direction. Just do the right thing. Don't cause harm, you know? And then I did pretty good. I handled it, I think, pretty gracefully.
Very good.
I think I you know, and I don't do pride. Because pride, when people are proud of things, it puts in their mind that thing that they're proud of is like, has a waiver from all of its character defects. So I don't like that. And I've been to war and I see what it done to people. And that's why I get triggered when people say thank you for, when they, because please don't thank me for being a part of bullshit. Dude, we are all trying to help each other survive on planet Earth. You know, nobody should be fighting against nobody else like that. Like, there's no reason for us to be, you know, so many impoverished people in a fucking America, in the land of the blah, 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 in the Corp USA. Because we never have any reason to go over there. And for us to kill anybody because of a word, because freedom, because of a word, because of an idea of a word, because of principles, ideas, thoughts. Because people sit in a classroom and say, what does democracy mean to you? But it's just a word on a chalkboard. Yet, trillions of dollars are designated to cause harm instead of used to create or heal. Like, America is sick and it's coming out because look at all the people with cancer everywhere. I never seen so many. It wasn't like this when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. Because, like, Jack LaLanne and, like, you know, Richard Simmons and Jane, like, people were fit. Like, yeah, they're probably all coked out, you know, but it's not like it is now. And I see it because it used to be me. 200 plus pounds, 5'3". That's me thinking I was happy. And I was so unhappy I was eating my feelings all the time. A lot of good food though. A lot of good restaurants in Omaha. But anyway. Things are good, just, I don't know. I told the lady, I said, I don't go out looking for trouble. I just find it. There's a reel on TikTok of the same sheriff the day that my dog died. I told her about that too. I said it's the same sheriff because as soon as I saw him, I'm like, I know this fucker. It's like, dude doesn't even pay. Oh my God. Because he's not just one guy. He is a couple million guys that are all the same. They just have different faces. And for the people that are like, oh, there's a lot of, I was talking to my cousin today and she's like, there's so many, there's so many good cops. There's so many good. I said, I used to totally think that. And then there's a switch that happened. I'm like, well, if there's so many good ones, then why are they allowing so many bad ones? And if they can't figure out who the bad ones are, then they're not good cops to begin with. Because they can't figure out who the bad guys are, even amongst themselves. Either they know who they are and they're ignoring it, or they just, I couldn't even guess that then you don't watch enough, profile shows and stuff. You didn't study enough. So, the first time I looked down the barrel of a 45, I was 15 years old because the police drew it on me. And he knew I was a threat. I mean, they just like to scare people. Because scared people get a look. My brother's one of those guys. He used to like to barge in. My dad used to do the same thing. Because I wake up and I'm like... And it's fun for them to watch. It's like cats that play with mice. Mice emit like a fearful smell. And it's just like intoxicating to cats. So they don't want the mouse to just die, so they'll just play with it, toy with it. There's people that are rats, and they're the same way, figuratively, literally. What people choose to be with their free will on planet Earth in 2024 is just it's bizarre. It's changing though, because people are coming into their spirit. They're coming into their spirit. They don't want all that gross stuff. They want kids to be able to play outside in the street even after dark, and they want, things like lightning bugs to still be around, and they want wholesomeness, and everybody's getting all closed off and make their compounds and build their fences and barricade this and that's just how it's going to have to be for a while until we get past this collective wave of nonsense, when people really start figuring out, like, dude, a bunch of freaking crazy old coots with wet brain because they drank too much alcohol their whole entire lives are trying to freaking get, us involved with. And I was talking to Mr. Iskey today. Mr. Iskey, he was the, when I was at Offutt, he was the heater crew guy. Only after I got out, he continued on to retire from there. And every time I talked to him, it was always the same thing. Nobody was ever turning wrenches because they were always getting out of work. And it was like that when I was in there. And I just saw the progression of the de-evolution, that people... Because the military is the costliest welfare system in the world. People are like, America should have universal health care. I'm like, it already does. You aren't a part of the right group. Veterans, I can go to the hospital, any hospital, and be seen and never see a bill for anything. And anybody that, has anything through the VA system, it can be like that. And that's not going to change whether the federal government closes down. See, the federal agency, it's all the agencies that aren't getting paid, that get paid to not do their job. They're not doing their job. They all, see, in my mind, I was led to believe the CIA and all that stuff. Like, all these agencies existed to protect us, and they all exist to monitor us. My mission at Offutt was to eavesdrop on America. from 2000 2006. That's what the recce planes did. They just flew around and they listened to people's cell phone conversations. And then based on the Patriot Act, then they can just decide who was a terrorist. Yeah, this is the shit that people were called to have frickin' parade. And so I don't go to parades. I get triggered by everything. You know. The deck is stacked. Like, I don't even know why regular people try to go to college, because those other positions are already for somebody else. Because I come from the family that has the advantage. I choose not to sell my soul. I didn't sell my soul. I wouldn't sell my soul. They all did, including my brother. Mr. Dude, man. He's going to be so... Because... Jerome Hessick is going to have a rude awakening one day, because how he treated his mom and his sister, he's not going it's going to meet him. It's going to meet him in ways that it's going to surprise him. He don't like surprises. That's why he threw us away. Dude he makes more than the governor of California. That's how I know what, like, these bros do. They will fucking shit on their own mother and throw their sister, like, that never did nothing, because they don't want to be reminded that they are the monster. So that's how they get rid of their problems, you know? He thought I was just gonna drink myself to death, but I opted out of that. Like, people just figured I would always just carelessly and recklessly take myself out. And I would just solve the old, she just talks. She's always so emotional and she's so sensitive. And it's like, you know, or they say, what is something else that they say? Oh, she's crazy. They used to say that about mom. She's crazy. And then you ask them for an example. Like, tell me a time that she was, and then they can't. They just default back to their same terminology. No, she's crazy. She's, okay, what did she, but when they ask her, then she has all of these examples of their, you know, their abuse. Yeah, he's the assistant chief counsel in the Office of Parole for the state of California. And I said, Mom, help me find a place to live in California closer to you and the girls. His daughter, you know, so we you know. And he said, no, she's your problem. He's like, what you should really do is put her in a home, get rid of 2 of your dogs, and get back in and thinking about your future. I opted out. Then we ended up in Taos, and then she was born in Cuesta. So life is a trip, man. Life is a trip. I just can't even make this stuff up. It was a real cool conversation with the lady. So she was really intrigued with a lot of things that I had to say. So the story unfolds. It continues, you know. It's still real cold out. Like, it's like yesterday was almost 60, and it's actually been in the 50s, so it's been warmer during the days. But I don't start feeling warm, like, in here until, like, 10 o'clock, 10:30. My toes don't start that. But I did get a bunch of new for the holiday. Like I said, we don't do holidays much. We don't do, we like getting loot. So for Christmas, or for the winter, and I said Christmas, but for the winter solstice, which is tomorrow, look, these are like moon socks, and I wear compression socks because it helps. It helps my nerves, and they're so long. They're like little, what most of society should have stayed as. Oh, and these are like little heartbeats. They're frequencies, because I'm always talking frequency. So these are really cool too. I wear mix match real bright socks, because like I walk around a lot. I'm a pedestrian, so this makes it harder for people to say, I didn't see her. So, Earth Angel, thank you, Fragine, for those. Lots of good socks. And then these. And then we got that. That, I put the colored lights on it are an addition. Little ribbon ones. And then these are cool because they like a pack goes to the homeless people too, and they're real thick.
The homeless people?
Yeah, like when you buy a pair, one purchase, one donated.
Oh.
And then this, the little colored lights are different. They're like locker lights. Every year, Family Dollar or Family General, whatever, they usually sell those.
Those are nice.
So that's what. There's two different. I just wrapped them around. I thought it looks cool. But we got this from Frogine. And then I got these real fuzzy slippers that keep my toes from freezing. Yeah, so we're cozy. We're chilling, you know. I'm trying to create plans and plant seeds for the spring for new ideas cuz I know that there's a lot of people that want a place to be, and I have a lot of really cool solutions on help providing places, because there's a lot more people that just like we're opting out of the imposed society, and a lot of people don't want to live and be surrounded by all the commercialism and all the capitalism and all the, you know, a lot of people are too tired to spend so much time doing stuff they don't like to do so they can pay a bunch of strangers a bunch of money that have so much money that they don't have to worry about anything. You know, like the people that are like, last year New Mexico had a $6 billion surplus. That means they had $6 billion that they have acquired from taxes, weed money, you know, ticket money, prison money, all this money. There's only 2.2 million people in the whole freaking state. Understand that. Yet they have all these grants that are given to all of these false for profits. 35 million there, 30, you know, all this money. And they just can't get it to the people that really need it. Because people that have always been taken care of will never know the need of what it's like to need help, because they've never needed it. And the people that are in positions to divvy out the goods, they're just like, nah. Because there's a whole bunch of people in Corp USA walking the streets, you know, single moms, single dads, you know, people that are just like fighting addiction, just trying, but it's so easy to stay warm when you're drunk. It's a lot, but then they die from it's just, oh my God, there's so many people at top, they only care about themselves and who's in their room. And so there is a great shift of power going on right now. You know? I am just reminded more of how other people are behaving and how I don't want to be like that. And it's so cold, I don't go out much anyway, so. I don't go out unless I have a reason to. Because it's just goofy. I didn't go out for a couple of days after it happened. Mom always taught me to get back on the horse, because you can't give the power of situations to happen to keep you from living life. So I had to go back and, like, you know, walk through I had to go reenact, like, don't let this stuff scare you. I am jumpy. I'm highly cognizant. Like I told you, I'm hypervigilant, man. I had a whole bunch of scary stuff happen. I'm trying to let it happen to me no more. Anyway, the story unfolds. I appreciate it. Took me 7 years and 8 months. I took a screenshot of it because I looked it up. Because I was sitting at 900 subs for freaking years. 7 years. 7 years. Where's that picture? I got a screenshot of it. I did here it is. Days between two dates. So the difference between the first video I did was March 25th, 2017. It was the day after my dad's birthday. to the day that I hit over 1,000. It was 7 years, 8 months, and 21 days. Or it was 92 months and 21 days. Or it was 403 weeks in 1 day. Or it was 2,822 calendar days. And then I was like, maybe I should just, now that I hit 1,000, maybe I should just be done. See, now what people could do is if they wanted to do something fun, is go back and go to my playlist and go to my older videos where I start talking about all the things that are happening now. So I have a backward vault of like me seeing how the world is going based on just how people are acting every day with their free will. And more people are living from their free will, so it's just going to be worse and worse until people... generous people are getting struck with the generosity. It's fun to do. It is so fun to make people happy. I bought my cousin a TV. It was kind of ordeal because I don't have faith in technology as an IT professional. And so I had to call this Walmart Supercenter in Oklahoma that she lives like 20, 30 miles from. And so I ordered it online, and I don't even shop at the Walmart in Taos. And we are not related to the Waltons of Walmart. She did tell me that today. We talked about that. We are related to Isaac Walton, though, and he was, he's a frickin' colonial bastard. Dirty colonist. So, her cat, she has a lot of cats. We're like, it's like attracts like. She's this long distance cousin, and I have a thing for pet rescue. Anyway, we have that in common. So one of the cats jumped on top of her 50-inch TV and like leaped off of it, and then it sent it over and landed face down. So it had the big old cracks and lines in it and stuff like that. I was like, God, man, I still have this TV from 2007. It was the only time I ever got one of those deals from standing in line on a Black Friday in Omaha. That was a trip. Omaha's a weird place, man. Anyway, so I ordered her a new one online, and she just had to go pick it up. But when I first ordered it, I got 3 emails. One said, you changed your login for the website. The other said, thank you for your order. And then the third one marked at the same time as the other. As soon as I hit the order, I got these 3 emails, and then it said order was submitted, and then order canceled, like at the same time. And it's always with the address. It's always with the address, because when you live in fucking podunk places that nobody thinks about hardly, you have P.O. boxes. And most of these big companies won't acknowledge a P.O. box as an address. And a lot of people, they don't have a choice because they live, on a dirt road. So the playing field is being leveled because there's too many asinine people that just can't relate to the struggles that regular people go through on a daily basis. So it just sucks, man. They make it so hard for people. And living is hard enough just to get... There's this one dipshit on TikTok, God bless him. I don't know his name. He's like 6'8", and he lives in a minivan, and he got his ass fucking stranded in a desert. A lot of people are not equipped on how to solve problems. He's doing the best he can. He's kind of getting... Well, it's like, dude, 3 days. Does he know? Do people know 3 days? That's all you need. 3 days, no water, 3 days, you're dead. You're dead. 3 days. food, you can not live off food. People can live off themselves for quite some time. Their excess back fat, whatever, you know. Your body will survive. Water? Like this kid, like, you look at him and it's like, dude, like, and he didn't want to call the cops because he didn't want to get arrested. I'm like, it is so much better to risk the possibility of getting in trouble by Johnny Law than fucking being dead by fucking dehydration, you know, summoning the angel of death. Mom's cup. When she wears her pink sweater, she looks like that. World's best mom. Want some water, though, old lady? She got a new fancy sweater today, too. Tomorrow she's getting some, we're going to soak feet. We soak her feet with Epsom salt. We're going to do that, and then I rub them and stuff like that, because her feet are so sensitive from, she's had like 5 or 6 surgeries, tendon replacements. She had club feet in the 50s. They used her as a guinea pig. So, it's just part of our care routine, huh?
Uh-huh.
So.
I'm still here.
You're still here. She's still here. She's still happy, aren't you, Mom? Pretty content?
Moving on.
Moving on. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.